Hi Leo, welcome to your March 2020 reading. My name is Michelle. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Before I get started, I'm going to be doing a new system where I put out the next month's readings in order of likes, of the most liked video. So if you would like your video out before the others, please do make sure to press that little thumbs up button down below there. So let's get started. Leo, I'm going to pull a card from the Mystic Sisters, and this will be your energy for the month. So let's take a look. What's going on for Leo? Leo's energy for the month of March 2020. Calling on my spirit guides, my angels, my ancestors, and earth, air, fire, water, spirit. We have the card of Persephone. Beautiful. Let's take a look at the crystal mandala, get a spiritual message for you for the month of March for the fire sign of Leo. Spiritual message for Leo, please. Okay. The Divine Rebel. That sounds like you. Ascended Master Congian and Pearl. Okay. I like this energy around you, Leo. Let's take a look at the focus for the month from a new oracle. This is the Starseed oracle. Let's take a look. Focus for Leo for the month of March, please. Focus for Leo. What is the focus for Leo for the month of March? The focus for Leo. Main focus for Leo, please. We have Earthed. Learning how to be human. In the world, but not of it. Okay, that's interesting. So let's take a look at these, Leo. Leo, wow. I'm going to start with Divine Rebel because I feel that's your essence at heart. So for you, the thing is you are this wonderful being. You like to shake things up. There's an energy around you of not playing by the rules. Certainly a feeling around you here, Leo, of someone who goes against the grain. You don't want to conform. You shouldn't have to conform. This is about being who you truly are, a little bit wild at heart, willing to stir things around a bit, to maybe a little bit eccentric even. But there's nothing bad about this energy. Now, there may be people around you who you've tried to fit in with, to conform, to be like other people, but ultimately it's left you feeling alone. It's left you feeling isolated, not having found one's true soul tribe, so to speak. So I do get an essence here of reaching out to like-minded people who have your same spirit here, that won't be contained. It's beautiful. Persephone, goddess of the underworld. The card speaks of resilience. It's about adjustments as well. Of course, the queen of the underworld, the daughter of the harvest goddess. One day, of course, when Persephone was picking flowers, Hades, the lord of the underworld, saw her and became completely overwhelmed with desire. He abducted her and brought her back to the underworld. He then offered her a pomegranate. Having eaten that fruit, she became bound to him forever. So she would ever after rule over the underworld for 3 months of the year and would return in the spring to be with Demeter, the mother. So Persephone symbolizes the hidden reality. She reminds us of our resilience in the face of a challenge. Her message is to trust that you have the resources within to make the most of any situation. So yes, adapting. You know, it could be a situation in which, for example, Persephone desires to be in both worlds. She's in both worlds, the underworld and also in the earthly plane. So there seems to be a duality that I'm speaking about here. Leo, the Earthed card, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. The way that I'm feeling around this is of reaching for the stars, but also being grounded at the same time. So finding that balance. You know, I do feel that you have an ambition, a goal, a drive, and it's very much Well, it's very much a dream, a passionate dream, something that you really want, I feel, Leo. But you're being asked to try to be of the earth, meaning ground yourself. Doesn't mean you shouldn't want what you want, just means to be a little bit careful to not get too far above yourself in terms of making sure that you deal with some practical issues as well as dreams. I hope that makes sense, because I feel like you need to have that practicality around you in order to manifest these dreams. Otherwise, it will just remain kind of out there in the ether as just a dream, a wish. Okay, so let's see where this goes, Leo. Getting to the rebel at heart. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Coins. So that's you not being rebellious. That's you holding on to the material. This is you being somewhat stuck, I feel. Maybe in the earthly realm a little bit too much. So for some of you Leos, it may be a question here of what's real, grounding yourself in what's real, the Four of Coins, but also having these ambitious goals where you feel like you don't know how to truly manifest those because you're kind of stuck here on the material plane thinking, well, maybe I can't do this. Maybe I can't get out of my comfort zone here. Maybe I don't want to leave the security of home. But yet you've got this rebellious spirit. It wants to leap free. It's like you're this wild stallion that's in a stable. That's how I'm feeling, Leo. So let's do some shuffling around you for the month of March, and we'll pull some cards. I feel like you've been stuck. You haven't been able to make some kind of important decision. I feel like you have some kind of calling. You've been a little bit, shall we say, reticent to make a choice. But there is this feeling around you of a calling. I keep getting it as a calling. It's coming to you in dreams. It's coming to you from the spirit world. And because you've mainly dealt with the earthly plane in the past, I feel like this is a little bit confusing for you. You're not sure what to do with these intuitive pings that you've been getting. So Leo, let's get started. I'm going to pull some cards for you. We have the Five of Wands, the Eight of Swords. So there's that feeling of being restricted by your own negative thinking, really. Believing that you can't, or believing that you're stuck. We also have the Page of Coins in the reverse. The Knight of Wands in reverse. We have the Six of Coins in the reverse. The Ten of Swords. The Nine of Wands. The Nine of Swords. Wow, okay. And the Two of Swords. I figured that was going to show up here. Leo, 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 Leo. Let's take a look. Right in the center, we have the Six of Coins or Pentacles. But it's coming up in the reverse. So Leo, it tells me that there's been a situation in which you've been giving a lot, but you haven't really been taking care of your own needs. You're a very kind, very generous, very loving person, and so you will often give to others. But that can be taken advantage of, and I feel like there's a situation which could be, or already has been, I get it as people who take advantage of your giving nature. I'm sorry to say, I don't like to say it like that, but that's the energy that I'm picking up there. And it's actually causing you distress. It's causing you pain. You feel like this situation has gotten out of hand. You feel like people... I get an essence here of people looking out for themselves but forgetting about you, just kind of taking you for granted, saying, oh, Leo's always going to be there for me. Leo will always help. But, Leo, you have to take care of yourself. I feel a lot of I feel a lot of aggressive energy coming out around you because you're getting sick and tired of this. It's blocking you. But I do see some good things here as well, because what I feel about this is this cycle is coming to an end. You're rebelling against how you have been in the past. You're saying, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of putting everyone else's needs in front of my own, and I'm going to go and get mine. We've got the 9 of Wands and the 9 of Swords here. So the thing is, people tend to ignore your pain, or they have, maybe they've been unaware of how much pain you've been in. Putting the things that you want aside for everyone else. But it's time for you to apply your own oxygen mask here and tend to your own needs, because you feel like you've been put through it a bit. I feel like you've been a bit, I feel like it's gotten to the point where it's affected your health. This giving and giving and giving, and not feeling like you're receiving the nutrients that you need, the sustenance that you need. Food from your soul tribe. It seems like this tribe around you is kind of taking, but you're not getting the nutrients from them. And so I see you here saying, you know what? This is getting to the point where it's making me feel physically and mentally like I'm being beaten up by life. I feel that people around you are pretending it's not happening, or they are unaware of the pain that you're in, while they're just going about their business. But it's causing you major distress and a lot of frustration. I get anger and frustration around you, and just feeling stuck in a situation that you can't get out of, because you feel like you've been giving to this so long that you can't get out of it now. Now, when we talk about the 8 of Swords being a prison of the mind, it's about our thoughts. It's about how our negative thoughts block us, how they prevent us from seeing that we can at any time break free ourselves of these limitations. And I feel that there's something happening here in March where you feel like you need to break out. That rebel cuts loose and says, you know what, I'm done. I'm tired of being this way, and I'm going to rebel. And so you rebel. And it's going to come quite as a shock to people around you, that you fight back and you say, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not. So it seems like there's something that happens in March where it's just too much for you to handle, and it's a breaking point. I feel it's a breaking point for you. And with the Page of Coins in the reverse there, I feel like you've had some kind of opportunity around you that you haven't been able to take advantage of, Leo. And it's starting to get frustrating that you can't do this because of this tribe around you. Could be family, could be workmates. But these people just seem to be different than you, and you are wanting to rebel against it. You have these lofty aspirations, this dream. You've been receiving this calling, this intuitive energy. You're not quite sure what to do with it. You're learning how to respond to it, because I feel like you've been very focused on the earthly plane in the past, focused on building up your wealth, getting the house, having the good job that earns the money, maintaining the family, all of those day-to-day mundane things. But then there's this dreamy side of you, this imagination side of you that wants to come through. But you're having trouble bringing the two together, where you can manifest your dreams on the earthly plane and not just have them be this airy-fairy dream that you have around you. This is where this rebellious spirit is going to serve you well here, I feel, Leo. So let's take a look. Resilience. I get that you are resilient. I get that you are someone who can break free of this and achieve a different way of life, maybe even seek out more like-minded people as yourself, people who live both in the imagination and in the material world, because it seems like you've surrounded yourself with people who are very too much in the earthly plane. Like it's always 100% like talking about things, money, buying things, all that kind of thing. But you more than that. You want to have spiritual conversations. You want to dream, and you want to dream with others. But this situation seems to be crashing you back down here, but to a point where it's causing you physical and mental exhaustion, because you can't go and do this thing that you want, or you feel like this energy around you is trapping you and you just can't break free of this. You very much want to break free of it though. Yeah, I don't feel that you want to give to this situation anymore. It doesn't feel like you. Now, there is an energy of balance with this reading, of balancing both worlds. So it's not that you can't go just from being in the material plane and thinking about all the mundane day-to-day issues of life straight to this dream. It doesn't work that way. You have to bring elements of the practical things, plans, strategies, how you're going to earn a living, how are you going to support people around you, all of that. That has to be taken into account, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't give up on this dream either. So you can marry the two. You can bring those two together and then accomplish great things, because you have this great imagination around you, Leo, but you're just not sure how to bring this out into the world because you feel stuck in this situation which is quite limiting. So let's see. At the bottom of the deck, I've got the King of Pentacles here. So you may have some earth in your chart, Leo, or you may be a father, a husband, or a mother, or someone here who is a spouse, a breadwinner, someone who's focused on money, focused on business acumen, building up wealth and finances. Very successful. I feel like you have been successful with achieving good things, achieving what you need. You seem to be quite stable and secure when it comes to the finances. So I don't feel it's the finances that are preventing you from following this dream. Some kind of self-imposed limitation here though. So let's see. Leo, I feel you've been resistant somewhat to this call around you. But I do feel that you want to achieve some kind of heart's desire or heart's calling. But to do that, I feel like you have to walk away from people who are not of like mind. Yeah. And really I get this as you being seen as maybe a little bit of a black sheep, or very not an outsider. I feel like an outsider energy around you here, Leo. But I think that's actually going to be good for you to get away from this situation and be an outsider for a while. Yeah, so let's see. I'm going to clarify that Five of Wands. What is this Five of Wands here for, Leo? The Five of Swords, yeah. Well, that's that rebelliousness coming out. See what else we have here. These will be the clarifiers I'll be speaking about in the extended reading. So if this is resonating, I do hope that you join me there. It'll be about another 30-minute reading, and it will be a lot more in depth. And here we have this King of Pentacles, but this time he's showing up in reverse. What else do we have for the Five of Wands? And the Nine of Wands, yeah. You really want to stand up for yourself here. I get you getting a backbone, Leo, yeah. Breaking free. I feel like you want to go on a bit of an adventure, travel, open up your mind, expansion, very much a, it's a very passionate energy that I feel around that. Four of Pentacles in reverse, breaking free of those self-imposed limitations, breaking free of the shackles of things, of possessions, of the quest for more. And we also have the Three of Cups in reverse. Okay, all right, well, in that case, there's certainly a lot of passion there. Let's see. What is this Page of Coins? All right, so you've kept love on the back burner here. There's someone that you're interested in, Leo. Okay. Let's get one more. And Strength. Okay. Someone who is on the same page as you. Someone like-minded. Let's see what this Knight of Wands in reverse is. We've got the Ace of Swords and the High Priestess. What is the Knight of Wands in reverse? And the Eight of Cups in reverse. What is the Six of Coins in reverse for Leo? King of Swords, yes. Making that decision. Getting that authority. Getting that respect from people. With that Three of Coins there. Let's see what else we have here. For that Six of Coins in reverse. And Justice in reverse. Yeah, you want justice. You feel like things have been unfair, imbalance. We have the Ace of Pentacles. What else do we have for the Ten of Swords? The Ten of Wands in reverse. Releasing some of that burden you've been carrying around. And we also have the Seven of Wands and the Tower in reverse. Okay, let's take a look at the Nine of Wands. Temperance. Yeah, healing energy. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Respite. And the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Let's see what this Knight of Swords is for Leo. Okay. Going to take that as reversed. The Eight of Pentacles. Three of Swords in reverse and the Star. And the Two of Swords. Sun. The Ace of Cups. And the Ten of Cups. What is Persephone? Let's clarify Persephone. There's that Six of Pentacles. And the Hermit in reverse. One more for Persephone. Clarify Persephone. Take both of those. Six of Wands. And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Divine Rebel. Let's clarify that one. Two of Swords and the Devil. Divine Rebel. Oh, it's too many, but I'm going to take the Ace of Wands. And let's take the Earthed card. Clarify the Earthed card for me, please, Spirit Guides. Six of Cups. The Empress, and one more. The Chariot in reverse. Okay, Leo, so we'll take this up in the extended. Hope that you join me there. It seems to me that this devil energy is coming out, and it's very passionate. For you, I feel like you have repressed it for a while, but I get that it's coming out in a big way, and that you're going to act upon it here sometime in March. Of course, time is fluid, so it can be either side of March, but I get an essence around you here of it's kind of like dancing. It's not bad energy. I don't want it to seem like this is bad. It's not. The devil is not always a bad thing. I feel in your case it's just it's something that you felt for a while, but that you haven't been able to express. And I feel that you're going to be able to express it. It's going to feel good. It's very passionate, something that you feel very passionate about. It could be a person. I am picking up a potential person here. Yeah, and I do feel that for a while you're just not going to worry too much about the mundane, the day-to-day. It's kind of like an escape. I'm picking up an escape here. So it may be that you're having some kind of break or a holiday, something like that, Leo, which is you're going to feel great about it. It's going to be very passionate. But it seems like it's because of Persephone here, it's a short time. It's like you spend some time there, but then you go back to this other situation. That's how I'm feeling. So we'll see how you can bring balance to this situation. It seems like you're wanting it a bit of both ways here. Maybe you want to keep the stability of what you have around you, but you also want this other thing as well. So Leo, it seems like you want to keep your feet in both worlds here, just like Persephone there, where she spent time in the underworld in the winter, but came up on in the world for the spring months. So she only got to spend some of the time in the place that where she really felt at home. I feel it's you. It seems like something in March here is giving you a taste of something that could be really good. It makes you feel. It makes you feel part of something. It makes you feel. You don't feel isolated. You don't feel a lack. You feel successful. You feel nourished. It nourishes your soul, this thing that you're going to do. But I also feel like you don't feel it's sustainable. You don't feel it's sustainable. So we'll see where that goes in part 2. Link is below in the descriptions box, and that will be available on the Vimeo channel. Be about another 30-minute reading. I'll be going in depth and looking at some oracles to see if there's some guidance for you here for the future. If you prefer a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. Don't forget, if you'd like your video to be one of the first out next month, then please do press that thumbs up button below. And if you wouldn't mind sharing me on your social media if you're enjoying these videos, anything you can do to get the word out to other people, I'd be so grateful, because it's very hard to get. I seem to be stagnating here a bit, plateauing on the subscribers. So if you could get the word out to people, if you're enjoying these videos, that would really, really, really be appreciated. If you're a new person, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. And don't forget to click that notification bell as well. Wish you the best with this, Leo. I'll see you in part 2, or I'll speak to you again very soon. Bye for now.